Wisconsin is a very special place to me. I was born there. I had lived there for 10 years before moving to India. All my close friends and family live there. I go there every winter break. It's very nice in winter when there's a lot of snow stuck on the trees. Also, when we go, my dad and I always watch the Packers game, which is my favorite team in football. It's amazing to go back to Wisconsin. It's a beautiful place in summer too. We always have barbecues when we go back and have a good time with friends and family. People have been very environmentally responsible in Wisconsin, but there has been a problem emerging over the past number of years. Dr. Erickson really talked about this issue when he came to our school. That problem is water pollution. In 1993, the Wisconsin Division of Health first realized about water pollution. One of the main causes of water pollution is pollution runoff. That is when the water that is in lakes and streams gets affected by the toxic chemicals and fertilizers which is used for crops. There is a lot of farmland in Wisconsin. From 2002 to 2007, 169,000 acres of land was developed in Wisconsin, which was naturally used for farmland, where they added fertilizer to it, which disturbed the soil and created sediment pollution, which added to the amount of water pollution. Another main cause for water pollution is cow manure. Wisconsin is a state that makes tons of dairy products, which means that there are a lot of cows. Its domestic animal is the cow. More than 50 facilities in Wisconsin keep about 2,000 cows in one location, with each cow producing about 150 pounds of manure a day. That's a lot of yucky stuff. Manure is an effective fertilizer for crops, but when it is overused, it can run off into nearby streams. That brings up the main cause for water pollution, which is pollution runoff. Many people and animals are negatively affected from the water pollution. One of the main animals that are affected from water pollution is fish. One of the main causes for water pollution, manure, is responsible for the death of many fish. The manure takes up the oxygen from the water, and the fish die from the lack of oxygen. Insects that live in water are important for the food chain. Many different animals such as frogs and birds eat the insects. The insects live between rocks and boulders. When the sediments, which come from construction sites and other places, end up in the water, they end up taking up the space where the insects go, and it negatively affects their habitat. When sediments are between the rocks, it reduces the quality of the insects and they are negatively affected. When they die, animals that eat them are also negatively affected. They are eating animals which have breathed in pollution that we humans created. When frogs and birds eat the insect that has been affected by the pollution, every animal that eats them will also be negatively affected. There have been many different solutions that have been thrown around as to how they will solve this problem. For the past couple of years, Wisconsin has taken several steps to reduce the amount of water pollution. Towns have had to reduce the amount of fertilizer they put into crops because the rainwater was carrying the fertilizers into nearby bodies of water and increasing the amount of water pollution. Farmers have also been required to find a different way to store manure and a different way to put it onto the fields. Recently, the state has tried to add new standards to help reduce the amount of water pollution. Although these short-term solutions could help Wisconsin, they need to start thinking about their future. There is one long-term goal that they should have in their mind. Stop deforestation. Trees absorb all the sediments and make sure that they don't reach bodies of water. Since trees are being cut down, there's nothing to stop the sediments from going into the lakes and other bodies of water. They need to reduce water pollution, and there's one way to do it. Stop cutting down trees.